Hello, this is the video tutorial for your Research to Practice mini research paper. At this point, you should have completed your library module, your Research to Practice annotated bibliography, and now it's time to turn to the paper. You should be able to use the references from your annotated bibliography for your research paper in addition to the textbook. It is important to think about the themes that you discovered within your annotated bibliography, as those are the ones that you want to address in your paper. Your textbook will also serve the purpose of providing you with the theoretical framework you need in introducing your topic. If you go to your modules section of your Canvas page, you will see a page that mentions the assignment and the rubrics. These are also available in your syllabus. For the paper, let's review what you will need to do. You're going to be using the same topic and the same references that you used in your annotated bibliography. If you feel that you did not obtain enough information from those references, you are welcome to add additional references. You may also remove references that you felt were not providing sufficient information. However, what I do not want you to do is come up with a full set of new references without obtaining my permission. We want the topic to stay consistent across all Research to Practice assignments. For the research paper, you're going to introduce your topic, discuss your theoretical framework that underlies this topic, and this theoretical framework needs to be based on an educational psychology theory, so it needs to be focused on a theory from this course. You're going to introduce your two main ideas or conclusions, providing research evidence for those ideas, so that includes in-text citations for those. And then you're going to conclude with the implications for the research community as well as for the professional community, so two sets of implications. I cannot stress enough that you want to make sure you're including in-text citations and that you're referencing your articles as you're going through your paper and writing your paper. This is a literature review style paper, and so you need to make sure that there is reference to the research as well as discussion of the research itself. The format for the paper should be APA 6th edition. There should be a cover page. The text should be double spaced. I expect standard 12-point Times New Roman font, 1-inch margins. The text itself, not including the cover page or the reference page, needs to be a minimum of 4 full pages in length. So this does not include the references and does not include the cover page. You should have 4 full pages in length minimum of text. You're welcome to have more than 4, but if you don't have at least 4, you haven't done what needs to be done. Your first submission of the paper is actually going to be in draft format, and it's due 2 weeks prior to the due date. And this is for peer review. So each student is going to be assigned a paper to peer review. So you'll be assigned a peer's paper. A point for your final paper will come from submitting a draft for this assignment, as well as for reviewing somebody else's paper. When you're reviewing somebody else's paper, you're going to be giving them a grade. So 3 points are going to be assigned by you to your peer. 1 point for including the EdPsych theory, 1 point for including 2 main ideas, and 1 point for including the implications both for research and practice. And you will have a framework and rubric to follow on Canvas. So for your paper, you're going to need to include a discussion and introduction of your topic. So you want to start the paper off by introducing the topic, including descriptions of what your research questions are and how it's relevant to your area. You're going to then include a discussion of one theory or psychological concept from this course. It needs to be an educational psychology theory or concept that supports your topic and main ideas. And you're going to explain how the theory or concept supports your main ideas. And this you can do either from your research articles that you found or using your textbook. You then are going to discuss each of the two main ideas and main conclusions that you're drawing from the research literature. And it needs to be providing evidence based on the research literature. Evidence must be presented, it must be cited to support these main ideas. And then you're going to end the paper with implications. So what are the implications for research? What direction should research take? And what are the implications for practitioners? So what should practitioners know? And this last piece is what's going to be expanded upon in your research tool. So you want to mention it here. You will be expanding on the practitioner piece of the implications for your research tool. Your draft for peer review is worth 3 points. Your mini research paper final is worth 9 points. And those points come from, as I said before, 1 point for participating in the peer review process, 1 point for having had your topic approved by me. So if you didn't send me an email and have me approve your topic, or you did not Skype or meet with me in person to approve your topic, you will not be getting a point. That's why I stress the importance of meeting with me or Skyping with me in order to approve your topic. You will receive 2 points if your theory is prevalent to educational psychology and is thoroughly described supporting the main ideas. You will receive 2 points for your well thought out main ideas that show evidence from the research. And you will receive 2 points for your implications both from research and practice. And finally, you'll receive 1 point for formatting. So what does this look like? Let me show you an example of a research paper that was done by a student over the summer. So this is what strategies are used to assist elementary students with dyscalculia. And this is your cover page with the running head for APA formatting. I've X'd out the student's name. And so here you'll see that the student provides an introduction about dyscalculia. She then goes on to provide her theoretical framework, talking about cognitive processing or information processing theory, which is an educational psychology concept or theory, and provides some evidence that discusses this theory within the realm of dyscalculia. Also provides evidence from the textbook from that semester. Then goes on to her main 2 ideas. One is diagnosing dyscalculia. So the difficulties that one faces in terms of diagnosing dyscalculia. And you'll see that she's provided citations for it. You will notice that she did put page numbers. You only need page numbers if it's a direct quote. In this case, she was not using direct quotes, and I would suggest using direct quotes to a minimum. So there's one here. I don't want your entire paper to be direct quotes. It only has to be 4 pages. And so if you put too many direct quotes, you're not really writing the paper yourself. You're just copying quotes from somewhere else. She then goes on to talk about instructional modifications for dyscalculia, which is her second theme or second conclusion. And again, is providing citations and references related to this conclusion or idea. And so she goes in length about each of her different conclusions or ideas, providing evidence from the research. She then ends with implications. So she ends with implications for research and the fact that there's lack of research and there's more research that's really needed. And then she talks about how teachers and schools and parents can use this information and what the criteria is for identifying dyscalculia. She ends with her references. So this is a very well done paper. It provides the introduction to the topic. It provides a theoretical framework. It provides a discussion and evidence for the two main ideas, and it provides implications. And that's really all you need for your paper. This one was 8 pages, including references, and about, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5 pages of text. And remember, you need a minimum of 4 pages of text. So with that said, if you have any other questions about your paper, please let me know. Otherwise, please submit your draft for peer review. And then again, if you want me to review your paper prior to submitting your final paper, I'm happy to do that as long as you submit it via email to me 1 week prior to your submission. Do not submit it on Canvas for me to review. Submit it to me via email for review.